Hello and welcome to Kelsey Lost Focus. This is episode 4 of Poetry in Beautiful Places, and today I'm in the beautiful Coromandel coast. So today I will be reading Putting the Pieces Back Together and My Heart. And these are 2 poems that really taught me what I love about poetry, what made me realize that I love myself. It taught me a lot about what it means to be a poet and to kind of fall in love with this art form. So here I go. Day 4 is a brand new Kelsey, so I would like to share with you a very personal story. To me, this is a poem, but it will look like an essay too, and that's the point. I want to blur the lines between my life with poetry and without. Let's start with the epiphany of how I put my heart back together. In this safe space, I will be talking to myself, but also my past, as I see them as 2 very different people. Though this art I found is my true self. I am no longer a performer. I am only, from now on, going to do what makes me happy. That's why I was so insanely happy. I see everything so clear now. I don't think I truly loved myself until I was 27. Because it's so hard to think that I did not have this in my life until this moment. Poetry was the missing piece. And now my heart is finally whole again. I found the missing pieces. The turning point. Through falling in love again, I found peace. On that Thursday we don't like to name, we were drowning in our own pain. I can't believe we were pushed to a place of such darkness and torture, and we were about to do something that we would regret. As we almost ended it all, and for what? I wouldn't have become a poet on this earth. That was the day I decided I was going to do it. But I called my husband, and he made me realize that I could not leave him. Also, my mom came around and showed up for me in a time where I just needed to be looked after. I just needed my mother. Once we realized this, we decided to do something we had not done since that Thursday. We prayed. But not like the dark version, where we had no hope. The dark version. I looked up, and while crying, I was trying to hold myself up. I looked to whoever was above me and said, please, oh please, help me. I don't want to go down like this. This is the moment we found out we were just going to leave this world in so much pain. But for some reason we didn't do it. The light version. This takes us back to today, where I prayed again and decided to talk to the room and above and thank whoever was looking over me. Thank God you didn't let me do it. I would have never found the love that I have now. Yes, it was the woman who pulled me out of my sorrow, but also you who pulled yourself out when you found poetry. Wide awake. When you found poetry, you knew in your heart this was it. But you second guess everything in your life. It's just crazy to look at that now with this new perspective. Example of how I am learning about myself through my poems. Kelsey, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We are going to make it through. We are okay now. We have hope, desire, passion. We have everything we have never had. That's probably why we have not slept for 3 days. And now we're on day 4. This shows how much adrenaline and pure passion I have now, and will never be lost. There is nothing like this new euphoria we got to experience. That's why I feel like a tortured poet. I am completely obsessed by this. I am here for a reason. I think I was always meant to do poetry. That's why I was so engulfed with the woman I will never meet. Because from that first album, I knew I had a connection. But now I know it's art that connects us. Maybe someone up there was trying to show me the sign that poetry is my mark on this world, my thing. I like to think they're up there falling off their chair because I finally found it. I became a poet at 27. I think that's why you'll hear me say this a lot in my poems, because it is so crazy to me that all this time I had something inside that was screaming to get out. I think it would have solved a lot of my problems, but maybe I was not ready. Because now I have all the resources and life experience to write so many stories. I also have something that is so unique. I'm completely untapped by the poetry industry. This is a world I know nothing about. And so this moment right now is frozen, because once I walk through that new door after writing 27 poems, I have to remember what this is all for. Because now I know what I want to do with my life and how I'm going to do it. I'm not in pain anymore. I'm free. And so it does not matter if I'm 27 or 95. This is going to be my legacy. And I know that sounds corny, but it's the truth. Finally, I have something to say and share. Falling in love again. I have never fallen in love with something like this head over heels, except for my husband, of course. But I have never had a thing. This was my ticket to unlocking my potential this whole time. My partner has always been there next to me in bed, seeing everything that I have gone through. And to think I was going to put him through all that pain and loss is hard to think about. And that's why I had to call my hubby to thank him and tell him he is now free to do anything. He could come home at 7 p.m. Yes, well, of course I care. I care very much about him. But I can finally be alone and happy. He does not need to be by my side all the time. Through all of this, I can't believe that I finally like myself and my company. Rules. We are realizing that we have to have all these rules in our head, in our life, of things I told myself I couldn't do. And that's why I never found poetry. The whole world was there, but I never saw it. I made stupid decisions in my head of things I can't do because someone told me I can't do it, so it must be true. I am realizing how much damn pressure I put on myself. I am like, fine, tell me I'm not good enough, and I will show you I am good enough. That's the performer trying to be seen. But now I see everything so clear. And that is what I tried to do my whole life, performing to prove something to people who didn't support me. But what if I was just myself? Everyone will like you for you. And if they don't, that's okay too. I just don't get it, Kelsey. I think I understand it now, and everything in my life just makes sense. We thought with so much negativity, and we honestly did not think we were going to amount to anything. We surely did not think we were going to be good at this, poetry. Because I have dyslexia? What rubbish. To think you put yourself in such a negative light like this. Like why? Why do you put words together that don't match? The pieces of my heart. And so the story is about to end, and now we move on to the pieces of my heart. Below you'll see a list of everything that makes me me. My heart. Fulfilled. I know I will never be alone without my poems. I love to be alone. Love. Falling in love again with poetry. For the first time, my world is lighting up again. Passion. I know poetry is what I want to do with my life. finally safe. Now that I have my poetry, nothing bad can happen to me. And that's just content. So I will always be safe. It's out. Nothing can overpower me anymore. Once I publish or write poems, that thought is gone. That pain and suffering is no more. So when I read it back, it's almost like looking into the past. New thinking. I want to solve a problem because I can. Make a poem out of it. And so in trying to solve the issue, I end up actually making it interesting and not just giving up and going to bed. I have accountability. The key to my happiness. Once I open that blank page, I just finally have started. I never want this moment of happiness to end. From now on until forever might be a poem. And that is so cool to think about. I am going to be so creative through my life, and that's why I have not stopped. I just keep going and going. The moment in time is really important for us, and I think we are going to hold on to this for a very long time. We finally found a way to get it out. It's out of our heads. Holds no power. To the Kelsey I'm so lucky to have met, I just want to finally say, in real time, crying as I put this in a voice memo so I could talk to myself. My whole world has just turned upside down, and I realized there is something I need to tell you. Hey, Kelsey, I love you. I have said it. I finally do. At the age of 27, I finally love you. So now you can go to sleep. Okay, so now just one more poem. This is My Heart, and this is me realizing that I actually have never felt my heart before. Have you ever felt your heart before? Well, I haven't. Embarrassed but true. So how did I write about putting the pieces back? I guess I'm going to need a part 2. Now, that's the final piece. I finally felt my heart at the age of 27. Wow, crazy to say. I never thought to try it, but when it started beating out of my chest, well, I had no choice but to take notice. I learned that holding your hand on your heart, you can calm yourself down. Life-changing. Maybe I needed to love myself first before I could feel it. For those that don't know, woman. The heart sits in the center of your chest, behind the breastbone, slightly above and behind the left breast. Men. The heart sits in the center of the chest, behind the breastbone, tilted slightly to the left. So give it a try. Thank you. So please like and subscribe and let me know which poem touched you the most and what more you would like to see from me. Okay, thanks. Bye.